Hello guys, I'm Thekameleon here as always, and let's play an entirely new game. StoneHearth, I think it's called. Don't know it with certainty, always it's called StoneHearth, which is a weird name, but that's how it is. I played this game a lot on my own, so I already know how it works. And I'm actually quite happy about it. It's a Minecraft where you actually control an entire city. Let's start off. Okay, when you start the game, that's my chair. When you start up the game, you can choose two different factions. I always take the green ones because I like them. They look cool as well. They have a different way of being, and I always pick the temperate areas. Why? I like the green. And normal game as always. Otherwise, I can take the peaceful game, which is not that much fun. No enemies, and you can just build. And here, this is a different kind of game in my opinion. First, I need to choose some stuff here. Now I normally choose this. A couple of pumpkins. A hoe and a sword. And now I can actually choose who I want in my town, so I can do like this. Roll, roll, roll. You really need to think like this is how fast they are at learning. This is how much health they got. And oh, the body stats will move a bit faster. Okay, it's a life and life damage movement. And here at the end, spirit. That's yeah, you can read that here yourself, how fast, strong they are and so on. But let's actually try to get a good one. I never really want any of the guys with just one health. They're not useful for me at all. Because they'll die way too quickly if actually this is a really good one. I don't want to, I'm going to take this one. Even though this guy only has 1 in health. But he can get a normal, easy job then. I have an entire list of different kinds of maps on this one, so let's pick one out. I think this one. You can always copy your, how do you say it, your different maps. You can always copy them down on a text thing like a notepad or whatever in your computer. And then, now I got a specific seed and I know where to start off. Did I write it in correctly? I think I did. Yes, I did. I want to build up here, like over here on the right. Over here on the right, you can't see my fingers. Over here, you can see like trees, animals, minerals. Minerals. The more minerals, the more stone and metal are in the area. Like if I pick this area, no metal, no anything. It's because they count on this one. I can of course dig downwards, but that's not that far. Then you look at trees and wildlife. The more animals you count down. But that's going to be late in the game unless you buy the knife at the start. Which I never do, for that basic reason that I can play the game a different way, so I don't need to have a knife at the start, but have food and enough for a farmer and a soldier to protect my village and keep my village supplied with food. I'm throwing around with stuff here, so this is how the game starts. You pick out an area, and then out here it just cuts out. You need to really be specific. You can't be like, nah, I'm gonna start here and then walk over there. No, start in the area you want to start off. You want to have as your base the entire game. Otherwise, you'll have the problem. Yeah, let's actually. And this is also gonna be the name of my save. So. Okay, at the start you need to do some. This is a guide and a game let's play, guys. Just so you know, it says always let's play, but I always will tell you guys if this is a game I would recommend to you guys. And already I would say I would recommend it. It is a bit, how do you say it? It isn't early like access and so on, but they're actually doing a lot of good stuff with this. They will see a lot of hate on it simply because some people are demanding way too much on an early access game. It's called early access for a reason. Like honestly, some of my favorite games now have been early access and they've been filled with bugs, but the bugs was always fixed in the end. So at the start, I want to make this area clean and nice. I'm probably just gonna show you guys this, and then after that, build some small things for myself on my own. You guys don't need to see me do everything, because that'll make you almost always meet this guy. He gives you something random. For example, this guy gave me a couple of baskets of corn. Also, at the start, you guys really need to do this fast. This is how it looks with your people. Then you can like look at someone. I don't know. I need somebody with a high mind to do the food. So let's take this girl. She doesn't have a lot of body. We don't need somebody with a lot of health and movement, simply because this is for the farms. This, I did something super speed. Super speed isn't really implemented in the game, really. You need to go into the settings and change it, otherwise you won't have it in. You'll only have the second fastest thing. Oh, no, wrong crop. You can do as many crops as you want to in this game. I like that. You don't need to be like, I need to check this out. I need to get this stuff. I played Banished, which is a game where you start off with two different, depending on what mode you take. But the mode I take, you start off with a couple of cattle. You have some two different kinds of seeds, and you can just start on there. I do the turnips. In this game I do turnips, carrots, corn, and pumpkins. I never do wheat, for the reason I don't know how to process it yet. I don't even know if that's in the game yet where I can process it. But I'm always having a problem with wheat just taking over my entire storage unit. Nobody eating it, and everyone just dying of hunger. For the reason that the wheat is taking everything, all the space, and I can't even build anything in that time. So, but I already kind of knew this map. I played it on my own, and I was like, I've really been wanting a long time to make a series out of this. So why not just go ahead and do that? Now I'm doing this simply because I want to make this area nice and cleared out for when I start my building. And yes, you can build in this game. One thing you don't see a lot in like community survival building games like this one and an environment survival game is that you can make your own buildings block by block. It is by blocks, but that's how it is. I keep on making like really beautiful building homes, but you also need to be careful with this game because it sometimes has a bit of amount of bugs. You need to accept that. So never do too many things at once. They'll just destroy a game. It will bug out. I've had with buildings that doesn't start building. I've had with houses that are only halfway built. So one house at a time and not too many projects at once. Only have one project at a time. But another thing that's nice, I already have a couple of houses here I made myself. This one I did these two, large new home and sleeping hall and a storage building. Storage buildings were not there already, which kind of made me sad because I want a house where I can store my stuff, so not any thieving goblins don't come and steal my stuff. They will do that. But as always, I always check out like the areas, like with this area. I like it. It's closed off here. I just need to build a wall. A wall, you always also need to be really careful. You need to have a specific width and length, or not length, but at least a specific width in it. If you don't have it, enough spacing between the walls, your what should we call these? Your hearthlings will bug out, and that will be sad because that will actually break your game, and you need to start up a new one. And nobody likes needing to start up a new game when you're already kind of into it. I've had that problem so many times already that it actually really bugs me each time I need to do a new thing. Sometimes because I simply destroy my own advice, like I do my own thing and then I just destroy the games. But I keep on rambling, don't I? I'm good at that. Also hope that that's enjoyable for you guys, that I just sit here and ramble. But I also want you guys to know my thoughts of games, or the games I'm playing. If I do like what I call weak let's plays and so on, gameplays where I don't say my honest opinion about a game, I feel like a sellout. I'm like, hey, check out this game, and honestly, I buy this game on my own. I don't get paid anything for playing these games. I'm honestly just me sitting in my room playing computer. And don't worry guys, the webcam will come up here in not that long. I have ordered a webcam, I just need to get the stuff and so on to get it to work and have some software that can actually allow me to record my game and my webcam at the same time. Oh yeah, something I also forgot to assign a villager to is the carpenter. And I also forgot to get a warrior of swords. Let's check this out. This guy doesn't have a high mind. He'll be the perfect warrior. The mind like tells you how fast they can like grow in levels. Like this guy would be perfect for a masonry or a smith. I'll take him as a smith, and then I will have this guy as the carpenter. The carpenter is one of the most useful classes you can have so far. Actually, you need him at the start. He's the guy who makes you tools and helps you start off. Without the carpenter, you are literally boned. But you start off with a free saw no matter what. But they're just expensive expensive. I haven't had trouble with ores yet. Simply because I know how to get the ores. Like at the start of the game, I was like, I picked out an area without any minerals. I just needed to dig into a mountain. Some ores are random, some have already been placed in this game. On the maps like here, I think this looks like iron. Yeah, iron, and this is copper. And like, what more here? Iron. I'm not going to dig up there because that's just one little block of iron, and I need to make ladders and destroy this area for it. So I want to make a nice base after all. Like here, copper veins. There wasn't any copper veins here before. Lump of coal, tin. Stuff are random with some of these things. Like I mark up a lot of these places just to clear it out. So I can build a wall. Oops. There. Because I'm going to build a wall from here and here. It doesn't really matter anything about if these were there. Nothing is able to crawl on them or jump down. It's simply me having a nostalgia about it being nice and perfect in a way. And now that's fixed over there. So now this area is fixed. Now I can take down this little ladder. These are going to be 20-25 minute long videos. Simply because it's a bit weak if I only do a 15-minute video of this game. There's going to be a huge amount of stuff. I'm going to do a lot of the aspects in this game and build an army and so on, and like make a really nice community here. And then that's going to be the entire game for now. And I'll of course make regular updates with if something new and big comes to the game, like a huge amount of stuff. For example, a storyline. Otherwise, as it is now, it's really a sandbox game where you need to think about enemies as well. Poor farmer has so much to do. Don't we have anyone who can help? Yeah, I don't even have any tools for that yet. Something that I really didn't understand at the start, you need to be really fast with the carpenter and put them to some really useful stuff. Like at the moment, I can't tell them to do this one. I need a carpenter level 1. They start level 0. Orders, work on. Okay. This I need a couple of. I need a couple of swords. Like this always is there when you like need something. Here right now I need a crafting, a workbench for the carpenter. But I'm just making this because like a warrior or guard guy will actually equip better armor and weapons automatically. You don't need to be like, hey, go over and take that. Same thing with my villager. If I make any better clothing for them, they'll automatically go over and put it on. Actually, I want to know where my carpenter is right now. Maybe he's the one. He's sleeping. Yeah, he's sleeping. I need to make beds and so on for them in not that long. It will make it less chaotic, because then they won't sleep around here and maybe get attacked. This is one of the few ways I can actually get more people. One, my value of my place, and my food and my moral. Never had moral problems. I always had food and money problems. The money things are like what I got. The more ores I got, or the more food or armor or tools or people I got with a specific thing, gives me more and more value. For example, I'm going to make a really big amount of chairs, lamps, beds and so on. I'm going to make a lot of stuff like that, simply for its giving me more value, and I can sell it as well. And I need to think where I want to put this. I'm going to put it here. Not that far away from the workbench. Actually, I should maybe have put it closer. I'm going to make something here, a herb farm. Because sometimes I'm going to need herbs. You guys are probably going to be like, why don't you make like huge herb farms? For the simple reason that I'm going to make a huge amount of herbs just from these here. Like, think that each of these crops here give you one of each. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that's 11 times 11. That's what is that actually? 112. 112. Is that actually? Yeah, I think that's 112 around here. Yeah, about 112, and then I can make 112 health potions. That's way too much. 11 by 6 is more than enough for me. Like, you don't need. I would more think about food than think about a huge herb farm. This guy already got a couple of assignments, which is good. Now I need to put him to work with a little of this, a little of that, and these are needed. I'm gonna make a dining hall. As you guys can see, the food is 20% more satisfying, which means I need less food. And how many chairs do I have? And the chairs and tables I don't use, I always sell to a vendor, which comes like kind of randomly. Sometimes once or twice a day, a random vendor will come by, a trader or a caravan, be like, do you want to trade this for this and that for that? Sometimes, like, I don't need that, so I won't accept it. Like, I've tried with one guy who asked me for an armor, bronze armor, and then he would give me a couple of really fine chairs. The value would be to my advantage, like the amount of cash I could get for it, but the usage of a couple of curtains is not the same as a body armor. Also need to assign a miner. Like, I can go into the, I'll just show you guys that quickly before I stop the video in a moment or two. In here I can tell my people you're not allowed to build, you're allowed to mine. This guy I'm going to tell you're not allowed to mine or do your regular job. Regular job is as well, I only tell him to mine, otherwise if I put him on his job he would also cut down trees. Don't need him to cut down trees, just need him to mine. Having a miner is always good in this game. Fast, 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 fast. Quicker this is done, the quicker I can start on a wall, and then after that start on a home for my people. Reason for the wall is simply that I can protect my people from enemies. Also, like over here at the moment, I'll get a problem because there's a lot of these blocks just lying around. I cut way too much wood and stone and so on. So these are gonna come alive sometime. I'm gonna get like these little wooden lumps that's gonna attack people, and also get these little stone lumps that will also attack my people. So you always need to think, like I do overkill with this all the time, but I don't have a huge problem with that just yet. So I need to check if I can get a specific guy now. Yeah, Mason. Like each time you start up a new class, you always, let's check. Okay, I need some more wealth. You always need to go into the crafting menu in here. Press on them and then go to their category. Always make a workbench, otherwise you can't assign them to do anything, literally. I like these a lot. These I always make just to do some level grinding, and they also sell for a okay price. And a blacksmith hammer. I'm already on like third day, and I'm already doing one of the last classes. So this is a really fast progressing game. The most the biggest problem is that the farther you get in the game, the bigger and better the enemies get. Like, can you see this one? This guy? I've met so many of these guys actually being alive, like huge lumps of stone, but luckily my men didn't have a problem beating it down because I gave them stone, what's it called? Stone hammers. My guards, I give them stone hammers. So, but yeah guys, I am running on fumes now, so as always guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. I was Thekameleon here. Bye bye guys.